Welcome to another 10-minute lawn tip. Today we're going to be going over heat stress, drought stress lawns, what you should do about mowing, and anything else you can do to try to keep your lawn living as long as possible. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. We got lots of great more lawn content coming up, including watering, how to keep your lawn green all summer, fertilizer, and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you hit subscribe. So I'm here at my neighbor's. This lawn has a minimal program. She has a guy come and fertilize and spray weeds. No water, no irrigation. I mow this about once every week out of 3 inches. So it's pretty minimal program. This is what the heat stress has done to a minimal program lawn. And as you can see, it's completely toasted. This lawn gets full sun from the east and west sun, full all day sun. This soil here is not great. I believe that my soil in my area is very sandy, so this soil is definitely very sandy. And this is all bluegrass. It does get some shade in that upper area, and you can see the green over here has been able to hold on a little better where the shade does appear. However, see, it's just still half green over here. However, when you look into that sun area, pure shade of brown. Now, number one, people will ask, is this grass dead? No, it is not. This grass is in what they call a state of dormancy. So yes, the grass is crunchy like hay and appears to be dead. However, if you look deep down towards the crown, you can still see traces of green where the crown is, right in there. And this is the living part of the plant. So while all of the leaf surface has dried out and died for the summer, or for the time being, as a method to save the plant, it has contained all of the water, or the minimal amount of water it needs to keep that crown alive. And that is why the plant has dried out like this. It is a method for it to save your life. It's no different than when a human is outside in the cold and begins to get frostbite starting on their fingertips or their nose. It's a method to keep the heat inside the chest of the human, to keep the human alive, where all the vitals are. It's the same thing with grass. Keep the heat where the crown of the plant is, where all the vitals are, so that plant can stay alive. It can regrow leaf surface in the fall, but it can't regrow that crown. Once that crown is dead, the plant is dead. So it's a method for the plant to stay alive. So if my lawn looks like this, what can I do? Well, number one, you can begin irrigating. So you can irrigate a ½ inch for about 3 to 4 days. You can easily bring this lawn out of dormancy. A ½ inch, 3 to 4 days will begin to bring the lawn out of dormancy. Now you will still see brown spots as that lawn grows new green leaf surface back in. However, a ½ inch for 3 to 4 days will bring this lawn out of dormancy. And then after that, it's just a matter of watering a ½ inch every 2 to 3 days to keep the lawn out of dormancy, and maybe watering any localized dry spots with a hose that appear after that. However, if you do not plan on watering your lawn, you're going to leave it like this, leave it in dormancy. Well, there's a couple things you can do to try to give it the best chance to survive. First thing you can do, if your lawn looks like this, put about a ½ inch of water on it once a week or once every other week, as much as you can afford to put down. This little bit of water will help keep those crowns alive. As I said, it will help give the lawn that minimal chance of that minimal amount of water it needs to give it the greatest chance of surviving the summer. So about a ½ inch of water or a ½ inch of water every week to week and a half will keep that lawn alive for the time being. So run your sprinkler for about an hour once a week, and that will help keep your lawn alive for the time being. Hopefully it won't give you any green look, but it will keep it alive and keep it looking and keep it healthy. So then once the heat leaves, the lawn can green back up. Number two, let's talk about mowing. And this is some of the things that's big and debatable about whether you should mow a heat stress lawn. The answer is no. You should not be mowing a lawn that looks like this. Now, you can mow it maybe once, I would say, in the month span that it's stressed. If you have family coming over, you want it to look a little nicer. However, you should not be mowing this every 2 to 3 days. And let me tell you why. Your mower tires the plant cannot take being crushed by those mower tires anymore. And the mower tires will begin to leave ruts in the grass, and those ruts will eventually die out. So mowing every 2 to 3 days on the heat stress area is just not good for it. You're better to leave it quietly. Don't walk on it, just leave it, let it do its thing. It will eventually come back in the fall or in the late summer when we begin to get more rain. It will green back up again and look just as good as it looked in the spring. Hit it with a dose of fertilizer before the rain comes and it will green back out. Our area, you're going to be seeing this around late August, early September, sometimes mid-August, depending on the season. You'll start to see those afternoon thunderstorms or those rain days just kind of pour in when the temperatures are beginning to cool down. And when we're cooling off to those like 20 temperatures in the highs, that really helps keep your lawn living and healthy just like everybody else's. So if you want to make sure that you're going to bring this out of dormancy healthy, make sure that you're putting down that fertilizer application. And you can also help it a little bit when the rain starts coming. Maybe you should start getting some more heavier with your supplemental watering, get that fertilizer in, help it bring out of dormancy a little faster. And then once that rain hits, you'll really help it bring it out of dormancy, and it will look just as awesome as it did in the spring. I have a picture of what this looks like in the spring, and I will take another video over here in the fall and we'll show you what it looks like. So just to re-emphasize, number one, this lawn is not dead. This lawn will come back just as healthy as it did, and you can take my word for it. I'll have videos here in the fall. This lawn will be just as healthy as it was in the spring, nice and green. It will look awesome because it always looks awesome in the spring and the fall. So making sure that you're getting that fertilizer, that little bit of supplementary water can help take you the extra way. The big no-no that you don't want to do is you don't want to send a lawn in and out of dormancy. That is the worst thing you can do for it. So if you're going to commit to watering and taking it out of dormancy, make sure that you're all in. You're going to commit to watering, taking it out of dormancy, keeping it out of dormancy, and keeping it as green as possible. If you're going to let it go in and out of dormancy, you're going to water it for a bit, have it nice and lush, and then you're going to go on vacation, it's going to fall out of dormancy. That is just not the best way to do it. As soon as it's in dormancy, it's better to leave it there instead of bringing it in and out of dormancy. It's taking a lot of needless energy out of the plant that you don't need to be taking in and out of the plant. Keeping it in dormancy just like this is perfectly fine. It just doesn't look good, but it looks perfectly fine as long as you're keeping the traffic off of it, you walking, your lawnmower, mowing it only when it needs to be mowed. It will come back perfectly healthy in the fall, just like it was in the spring. That is the end of this 10-minute lawn tip. I hope it helped you guys from the Great Green North. My name is Wade Murray. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe for more great lawn tips coming up as soon as possible. From the Great Green North, my name is Wade Murray. As always, keep it green.